Greetings and welcome to VALO U. I'm Xelaadryth and I'll be your instructor for today. Today's class is Macro 252, In-Game Roles, IGL. IGL stands for In-Game Leader, the shotcaller of the team. They decide on the macro strategies and mid-round adaptations to counter the enemy team's strategy. Your job is to coordinate your team in an efficient way to make sure everyone always knows what goal they should be working towards, while remaining succinct to not clutter comms. If there's ever a moment that one of your teammates doesn't know what they should be doing, then the IGL's goal was either not clear enough or not descriptive enough. For instance, let's go B isn't descriptive enough, whereas let's 5-man contact up B main is. We'll go more in depth into how to give concise, goal-oriented shot calls in a separate course. However, contrary to popular belief, an IGL is also not simply micromanaging all of your teammates, telling them exactly where to go and what abilities to use and in what order. First off, no one likes being micromanaged. Second, you don't have perfect information on what your teammates see and hear, and trying to convey that back and forth would be too inefficient. So you want to leave your team enough room to make their own tactical decisions. You also don't have to come up with every idea or strategy. You are simply the decision maker when there is uncertainty, and help to coordinate when ideas should take place, if needed, so there's no confusion or competing calls. This means that any teammate can call for a set play or even make a macro shot call. The important thing is to have a clear chain of command so players can react instantaneously. For instance, one team might agree that anyone can make calls and everyone will follow them, but the IGL is allowed to override any call. Another team might agree that teammates can only suggest calls, and the IGL has to be the one to okay them or count them off before people start acting. You can even set up a sub-IGL to make calls for a separate group of players when the team splits in half. Ultimately, it's up to each team to agree on exactly where they draw the line for an IGL's decision-making responsibilities. Another important job for IGLs is keeping morale up even when under pressure. While everyone can participate in maintaining morale, if the shot caller gives up, then the team will end up without goals or coordination. So what makes for a good IGL? I actually consider the most important part of being an IGL is to be trusted by the team. You can make the best calls in the world, but if your team doesn't trust you and doesn't follow the calls, then it's worthless. Another important skill is being decisive. Any sort of hesitation will slow down the entire team. Quickly coordinating on a decision is extremely important, and you could always theorycraft better decisions after the game. Resiliency under pressure is also important to help maintain morale. Macro strategy is critical for knowing how to set your team up to have advantaged fights and improve the effectiveness of your calls. And lastly, game sense will fill in the gaps in information with guesses and estimates to better inform the macro strategy. In summary, an IGL is the shot caller of the team who sets goals for the team so they always know what they should be doing. An IGL should not be micromanaging every other player or stifling the team's ideas. They should be coordinating the team's suggestions and plans and helping to decide on them and time their execution. It's the IGL's job to maintain morale under pressure, and important skills for an IGL include being trusted, decisive, resilient, strategic, and tactical. That's all for today's lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the lecturer or the TAs in the comments below. Thanks for attending. We hope you enjoy your stay here at VALO U.